Welcome to another video on my walking robot Mirft2 based on the fischertechnik TXT controller, which runs embedded Linux and which is programmed via online mode, secure shell, in Python. It has two front sensors, USB camera by which I can grab images of objects using OpenCV, and which is supposed to walk, hence a walking robot, but some gear problems are still preventing it. Then also using the HSV UE saturation and value filters in OpenCV should make it possible to single out the red color from the objects, and that still is not quite working. So focus is now on a few things. First, determining why the gears aren't working. For that I am using some simulation. First of all modeling, then simulation, and then I want to get some more grip on the color separation, because now instead of red I get red and yellow, and some more simulated stuff, I hope. Anyway, I have to first make contact with the controller, which is active now, but experience has taught me that active doesn't mean connectable. So let me do that first. And as I was afraid of, it doesn't connect at all. So I will get a timeout and I will have to reboot the controller. So let's just do that. And then I will show from the software side with the code and simulation software. The second attempt went nice, so I am now in here after reboot of the controller, and this as well. One thing I should do is open the code, because in the other window I'm going to remove everything from last time. And that means that I have to remove everything that ends with TXT. But let me be more careful. And TXT image and TXT result, that is a gonna. Yes. Now for the date, that has to be set as well, since the BIOS battery has been depleted for some time, and that went too fast to my liking, so I'm not going to replace it. Date is 5th, time go, and now we have the correct time. So one thing is now in the with OpenCV. So when I am looking at images, they will be red and yellow, if that is the same thing as last time. So let's check and prepare for some rattling gears, and then I can also check why that happens. So let's go. and I really have to find out where it happens and why. Okay, here some gears are protesting, and that happens from here, so that is not good. And they're the same construction as here, which works out. Remains the question why. Because this way it won't work, it won't ever walk. For that I think I better stick to modeling. Second thing is, of course, a color separation using ImageMagick. No, yeah, it is ImageMagick, but the command is display. TXT image is this one. Then the resulting image I prepare for the worst. Yeah. So that is I have to get rid of the yellow. So let me once more find out which values are which, and then the tricky thing is that for OpenCV UV saturation values should be divided by 2. I've already done that using some programs that I have copied and had to adapt because they were too old, and those values didn't work out. But let me check once again. So with the HSV color plot once again in action, this whole thing is the UE bar, and what I need is not yellow, so this whole stuff needs to get out. And then it comes to where is it red, where is it yellow. Well, as far as I can see, this is already yellowish, which is UE 11, because this is red, reddish, this is yellowish, which is 10, and I'm here with lower red with 0 and upper red with 177. Well, when I go here, this is 177, and so if I go from here to here, what is it taking? This is 36, and yet this shows very clearly that it takes yellow with it. What is then HSV 0 is this one. So this would be then 5. Upper red, this is confusing. So which range does it take? This range? No. From here to here. But if this is lower red, 3, 4, this is not even close to yellow. And this value not at all. So when I go down to saturation of 100, a value of 100. Not really red anymore. Go to 86 and go to 51. Almost black, but that's commented out. So what I should take is this one, 100 and 100. Should be alright. Then 177, as said, that's somewhere here. And the point is, when I started out with all this, it was quite alright. And then suddenly it didn't do a thing anymore. So what was the reason was that? Oh, this is bright right. So whatever it is, I'm not really getting it. Anyway, that's one thing. Now for the imaging, and that may take that came to me when I was preparing to as a surprise. So let's see whatever that comprises. Gearing. And within Blender it turns out to be possible to add more meshes, and a mesh can be a block or circle or whatever. So I've added 2 gears, and they are not exactly the way I should have them, because this doesn't look at all like the gear I need. The middle is much smaller. This should be around like that. So let me once more add mechanical gear and then a gear. And that should have 20 teeth, so that is good. This is all nice. Now the point is, what I don't even know what a dedent is. Oh, that is a dedent. Alright. See, that is better. So this is the kind of gear that I actually need, not this one. So this one can go. This one looks much better. Now I have to rotate this one. This one I have to rotate. It's a bit. Usually there is another way to rotate, but I can't find it right now. Anyway. Oh, I am I have to change the diameter of this one. And Blender is such a nice package, but I'm still finding out how exactly everything works. So this one has to be this one, 20 teeth, that's correct. This one has to be a lot smaller. This has to be 5. Oh, this is gear 1 apparently. Display. And I item gear 1, and then this is gear 2. Alright, now a bit closer. I'll have to find out how to adjust them. And the challenge goes on. Still in Blender with some more gears, and well, the big question is now how to continue, because yes, I can kind of model things, and of course this won't work, so I change this a little bit. Nice, all nice and easy, and this one I can change a bit, but they're wheels. They're not anything like well, gears, and that is what I want. I want gears. So I found an add-on, mesh, gears, and then I can choose between a worm and a gear, and I don't need a worm, which is, by the way, a threaded, very long gear. But after adding one, how do I modify it? That's a big question. This one was supposed to be replacing this one, which is not working out. So delete. Selecting this one, which was supposed to be that one, but it's not even close to be the same. I can select it, go here, maybe even do some torsion, or well, let's say transform, rotate. Right, that's a translate. Orientation, whichever. What about the rotation? Anyway, and then replace this one. Can even add some color now, hopefully. Or can I? Object, new, nope, go. Alright, that option has gone, because this is about transform. Anyway, I want that to that, and I want this one there. But I tried to get an option to transform, to edit this one again. And even now, if I say object, no, mesh, and a mechanical gear and a gear, this is not logical, but it is exactly the same as last time. So how do I edit? I need one to be here, I need one to be here, well, more than one actually, but I haven't even found an option after changing things to adjust the width, because the width of all these gears within fischertechnik are exactly the same, 5 millimeters. Well, this is 5 millimeter because I've set everything in metrics, but this is more like 15 or 20 or 30. So yeah, that's a problem right now. Apart from the fact that no, I need to do this. Apart from the fact that this part, and let me try to select it, has here some very strange items. This is the correct size, kind of. This is enormous in meters. This is, say, 10 meter. Well, if you meet a robot of 10 meters, you start running, because that's just scary for now. Anyway, back to this one. I liked the option because this is nicer than creating a gear myself, but right now I think I might opt out for this and transform this into a gear. So let me do that, see if that works out somehow. Before I start remodeling this one into a real gear, I found another video online which shows how to animate rotating gears, and for some reason that doesn't quite work out for me. This gear and this gear should rotate against each other. Not quite happening. So look at what happens when I press play. And then this gear does what it should do. Locate, rotate. So stay in place and rotate. But that's not what the other gears does. That stays somewhere here and rotates around some other axis. Probably this one. So what happens if I do it like okay, stop this. Yeah, that's the whole point. Why is it here and not there? Now it makes sense. So this one needs to be moved, but why is this one here? I wonder. This should be right at center. Let me find that out, and then I have two rotating gears. And that and simulation and animation are, I think, about the same in this case. Although simulation is something really well, more like the true world, while animation can be done anything like fluid crawling up a wall animation. So let me see if I can correct this, and then see if I really need to modify this stuff. So let's go back at that one. Well, it turns out that I had to just center of origin, but this coordination stuff suddenly turned out to be somewhere under the whole object, in the center of the centers. So now I have put it here, and hopefully now nicely enough that it can actually rotate somehow. Let's save this and then play, and I'm afraid that it once again goes here. And yes, there it goes, right there. So this one rotates, but they're not rotating together. Anyway, that is, if I take it then, if I stop it, go here, a bit up, then I am at my start, at my origin again, and this looks like rotating, but then again, there it goes. So that is the current situation, and when I refer to the model, that is really the basis of it all. And yeah, I haven't done much with this, because this also plays, which I still try to comprehend why it goes wrong in my case with this stuff. So HSV is still to be corrected, and this being the model that I need to find out, but how to do it. Alright. With this simulation and no longer gazebo simulation, because then I have to really start all over again, because importing this one turned out to be to one single object instead of a collection of all objects, and I have to turn those into gears as well. So why not here, right? And with that, I think I have enough material to go on again until I have finally got what I want. And that's it for now, I guess. And that is it for now. With these loose gears, well, separate gears, which are actually all the gears that I need, all the type of gears, straight on the motor. This one connected to the motor, and these ones, well, you can see them. And well, still trying to get things to real life proportions, but as you could see in Blender, not an easy task to do. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. And you can also follow me via Instagram and Twitter. Please consider donating to show your appreciation via PayPal or wire transfer banking. You can also choose to become a patron, depending on the pledge. May have your name mentioned on my website or within my videos. Have a look at my website and Patreon page. Under this video, URL of my website and names of my social media. And this is obviously going to be continued. Have a nice day, and bye bye.